Howdy, Sam.
Hey there, Johnny boy. I'm just wondering how you're coping these last few weeks without getting your daily haircut.
Oh, mate, it's hard work looking this good, and the coronavirus is just only making it harder.
Making me harder with that haircut, and I think I speak for the whole audience. That was weird.
That was so
Start
weird.
the intro. Start the intro.
No, the intro's rolling, Sam.
Oh, God. People at home, this is the second running we did the intro. We restarted when John stuffed up, but when Sam... we'll keep that in. We'll keep that one in.
We usually never restart, ever. And I restarted because I just thought I was looking like a bit of a doofus, but,
yeah.
I don't know.
I just go all out. I don't care. This is Sam and John. Like you've said, this is a safe space where we can say ridiculous things.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, Sam, except, I don't know.
A little... Well, a big...
You should move to Philadelphia, Sam.
It's popular in Philly?
The city of brotherly love. Anyway.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right.
Hello. Wow.
We're here. We might as well be live because we're treating it that way.
That's it. Welcome to the show. Welcome to
the show.
I've got a pretty... I want to blow things up, John. I want to blow things up with a more explosive topic to start because I'm going to take down a big business. All right? Stuff it. Gloves are off. They should be on in the times we're in, but they're off because this is
like to live.
business.
You also love to live dangerously.
Exactly, John. This is people can see on the live stream on the YouTube stream.
Sponsored by Devondale.
Well, they'll want their money back if it was because they've got their 3 cheese blend: mozzarella, Colby, and Parmesan.
Love myself a bit of Colby.
Delicious.
Don't know what it is.
Except
but anyway.
this is the original. This is the original pack. A nice 750 grams. And this is what I got at the shop the other day. They've redesigned the package. 600 grams, John. 600 grams.
But it's got a new package. They've improved it.
The kicker now.
Okay.
Here's the kicker, John. They both say family pack.
Oof.
And yet the family has gotten smaller. Who's died? Has Grandpa died? Are they that heartless? They're like, he's not going to last in these times. You're not going to need to feed Grandpa his Colby or his mozzarella or his Parmesan. Cut him out of the equation. This is the new family pack. Is this... what are they trying to tell us, John? What is this cow trying to tell us?
Well, I think see, this is the same thing Coke did a little while ago, a few years ago now. I don't know if you remember, but they brought out... there was this big health movement, like Macca's starts bringing in, veggies in the Happy Meal and all this kind of rubbish. And Coke came out and everyone's saying, oh, Coke's disgusting. There was this whole backlash against Coke. You shouldn't drink it. It's really bad for you. And so they came out with their, we want to promote a good, healthy lifestyle. So now we've offered these smaller cans. But they're the same price. And same sort of thing. They're like a 300 ml can so that you can be a bit more health conscious. But they didn't bring the price down. And this is exactly what's going on.
And then they've also got... It's all marketing. And they've also got your Coke Life, which is... It's John, this one's in a green can. Now you see how that's good for you because it's in a green can.
Well, green is good.
Green is good. And I boiled it on the stove. Not good for your lungs. I boiled it on the stove.
Why?
There was a very popular video. This is, you know me, I chase the big trends, trying to get those big waffle falling over type views. That was a big video.
Yeah.
Should have made a response. Someone boiled some Coke, millions of views. I thought, hello, what if we boil Coke Life? And in the video, you see vegetables pop out of it. Now, whether or not that was a little bit altered for entertainment values, I'll leave that up to
I like that one.
algorithm.
I mean, that's what Coke wanted people to think, isn't it? That's what they wanted them to think. Drink this and you'll get healthier. Not like this is less healthy.
Distill it down,
yeah, it's not like this is less healthy than our usual really unhealthy thing. So this is just moderately bad
less
for you.
carcinogenic.
Yeah, it's less. Not getting rid of it, but they're actively wanting you to think, this is what you should have as part of this complete breakfast.
Oh, here's one for you, John. Just to cap off this whole conspiracy with the reducing the family through your Colby cheese. Do you have any barcodes at handy, John? Is there anything around you that has a barcode on it? People at home, if you can't find it, See if you can have a quick look, because you'll want to play at home. I can cover for you if you want to have a look. I can let people know. Yeah. Try this at home, everyone. Try this at home. Find whatever you got in your house that has a barcode on it. You won't want to miss this hot little trick that they've been gliding under our noses for years. They've had barcodes around for a couple of decades, maybe 6 decades.
Hang on here, Sam. Hang on.
Yeah, you haven't gone anywhere, John. I was covering for you. You haven't gone anywhere. Oh,
there you go. There's a barcode.
Well, that'll do. That actually works. That actually works a bit better. That's fine. Okay, so here's the barcode. John's showing it on screen. You will notice there are 2 lines at the beginning, at the end, and in the middle of that barcode.
Two here.
Okay.
2. Where's the other 2 in the middle? Oh, yeah, right.
See how
the lower one's down the bottom? Here. You see my little magnifying glass here. Here we go.
And at the end.
Oh, whoa, I don't know what's going on there.
These are the guidelines, John. These are the guidelines for the barcode.
Okay.
And did you know that those 2 little lines, or those 2 long lines, represent the number 6? So it starts with a 6, there's a 6 in the middle, and there's a 6 at the end.
But no, Sam, 0 and 2.
No. If you look at your barcode, there is a 6 on that barcode, John. Audio listeners.
But it's here.
You look at your own barcodes. If there's a 6 and have a look above it, there's 2 little lines, isn't there?
Yeah, but it's not.
And that represents the 6, John. It's the mark of the beast, and you're trying to cover for them. Who are you working for? Who are you working for? Oh, here we go. We've uncovered something now. John's part of the... Yeah, it took you a while to find this magical barcode. The only one that doesn't fully line up with what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, that doesn't work. All right, so...
I reckon you were stuffing up those graphics on purpose, John.
I literally just found the first one that I could find. I guess that is very interesting. So the barcode is the mark of the beast.
It is, and it's on everything. And soon we'll get the barcode on ourselves to prove we've had the injections and that.
Well, that's the whole thing, isn't it?
Want to get too conspiratorial? Starts with the cheese.
In some of those movies where people get barcodes on the back of their necks or whatever like that. And
there you go.
But all barcodes are 666.
Imagine if that happens when you go down to the shops to buy something. You got to scan you scan all your vegetables, and you get the little gun and you scan the back of your neck, like boop. Oh, there we go.
Well, isn't that what a Flybys card is? It's just the mark of the beast, or whatever the bloody.
Yeah. When do we get the little Flybys injection? Can you inject a Flybys into your hand? Yeah.
Well, just think of the benefits. Think of all of the
flight benefits.
Free sets of steak knives,
David Jones.
wine glasses.
Oh, it's almost worth it. Hello.
Yeah,
I didn't read that in Revelations. Where's the steak knives in Revelations?
There you go. Everyone talks about the downsides of selling your soul to the devil. They don't think... I mean, Robert Johnson got really good at guitar. You don't know who he is, do you, Sam?
That's true. I don't. I know...
for people, he's a bit of a history blues lesson for people. Robert Johnson, one of the godfathers of blues on the acoustic... Like, just, in the old days before they had microphones or speakers. Oh, they probably did. Anyway, of course, there's records of him. Anyway, he used to play out. And apparently, and I'm probably butchering this, but he was absolutely very mediocre, very uninspiring kind of performer. But then he went out to the crossroads, so this tale goes, and he sold his soul to the devil. And then all of a sudden he got really, really good, and he just became like the blues guy. And everyone's like, well, he went down. That's, all those songs went down to the crossroads, sold my soul to the devil. That's where it all comes from, I think.
Bob Dylan, I think, did the same thing, from what we know. Yeah. Is that what you've done last time you went to the hairdressers? You just went down to the crossroads. I know a place down the crossroads. You led me down to some Dr. Follicles guy, unprofessional riffraff. Meanwhile, you're going to the intersection.
They give you a beer while you're getting your hair cut.
I didn't want... First of all, they didn't offer me one. I didn't want one anyway, but they didn't offer me one. They mocked my hair, John. They scoffed.
That's
Scoffers. So that is a hell. Now we're turning down Devondale cheese, and we're also turning down Dr. Follicles. Eat a poo, Dr. Follicles.
You're not supposed to call out brands in a public forum and everything without having... I guess you can back it up. So you're fully giving them... I mean, you can see behind it, we're in Melbourne. Everyone's going to know who this place is, and you're calling them out on live YouTube. Well, not live, but
my opinion and my personal experience...
Yeah.
No, bad.
Fair enough. I used to like going there because I worked in the area, and I used to get haircuts after work when I got them. I'd go down there, and after work I wanted a beer, and they're like, "You want a beer?" And I would give it, but they did get tight ass towards the end. I must admit, I had to. The last 3 times I went there, I had to ask for a beer, and they're like, "Oh yeah, of course." Oh, it's like you're so conserving beers. I just And I think that's...
Saving them for themselves.
They are. They probably are. They're probably thinking we had 10 haircuts today. That's 10 beers. The boss won't know that we'll expect 10 beers to be gone. Let's take them home and just get the free beers for ourselves.
And who's the boss? This is the thing.
We're fully accusing these people.
Guitarist.
You've literally named the hairdresser and we're accusing them of something we have no idea.
Yes. I'm accused, yes. They mocked. They mocked and they scoffed, John, and I'll take that to the grave.
What did they say,
Well, actually, I won't
Sam?
take it to the grave. I'll announce it live on this podcast.
What did they say?
I want to know. It was just a bit of a... It was. It wasn't so much what they said. It's how it was the grunt they made. Like, it was a bit of that, and then the friend, the other guy, they were like,
What? So
there were looks.
Did they mock?
There were looks and impressions.
Did they mock the haircut that you were asking?
They
for?
mocked the mop. They mocked the current state of the hair. All right, I don't get them as often as you or a normal person would. All right.
Well, look,
I'm a busy man.
This is what lockdown does to us, Sam. Oh, you can't even see. Anyway, I'm all everywhere, Sam. So I think my wife is going to cut my hair. That's what we come to. Because I'm not going to get coronavirus.
You had the bargain with the devil to have the perfect hair, but he's gone back on the deal, has he? He's giving you the long hair now.
He's on strike. He's social distancing himself from my hair.
How rude. Yeah,
unfortunately. So my wife's going to have to do it. She's never used clippers before, so it's going to be interesting. We'll find out next week whether that was successful or not.
That'll be something to tune into. I tried cutting my own hair once. It started off pretty good. I got a little bit excited and I kept going until I ruined it. Shaved it off.
I've done the same. I've done the same thing.
Tomorrow.
It's really not worth it. It's really not worth the money that you save.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go the full shave.
Oh, as in the... What about the beardo shave?
I shaved my beard off once about 3 years ago, and I swear, I promised just to everyone who I saw after that I would never do it again, and they thanked me. We don't have to deal with it. I don't have a chin, Sam, so this kind of gives me a chin. When this goes away, I look weird. I look
It's
dumb.
the Tucker curse. We have no chin. See, I don't have the ability to grow a convincing beard. Maybe I should try again.
Neither do I.
You guys can hide it.
No. It's been my corona... God, I said it again. We're going to get downrated in the YouTube bloody algorithm. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's been my lockdown mission to try my best to grow a beard. Because this is all fine. I've got here. But these bits... You
want the chops.
Dead.
You want the side.
I want them. I'm jealous of all these people that have been on lockdown and they're posting pictures of them. And they're just like, oh, I'm Father Christmas. And I'm like, you bastard. I want to be Ned Kelly.
I wonder how the Amish are doing. I've been watching some Amish documentaries.
Oh, their beards are great.
Just the chops and the beard. They've got good beards. No mustaches. Can't find a mustache between them. Must be against the rules.
Really?
But I wonder how they're doing with what's going on as well. Because they're all sort of isolated sort of thing.
Do they even know? They don't watch TV.
Do they even know? That's it. Interesting. They don't use barcodes. They know about the mark.
Maybe that's a big part of their success. They haven't bought into the barcodes, and maybe that's where all of this. Maybe it's where it all stems from. This acceptance of the devil in our lives. It's just even everything. Think of how many times you go to the shops, how many things you buy. Everything's got a barcode. It's got to add up, Sam.
We got to use QR codes. That's the salvation. We've been trying to show us the way.
People have been trying to make QR. People have been trying to make QR codes work for bloody decades. They're rubbish. They're dumb. No. All right, no, Sam.
Okay. Well, here's one, John. Explain this one. Barcodes are the devil. We know that. Then how come in North Korea looks like Kim Jong-un might be on the way out? I don't think you can't buy anything in North Korea, can you? Haven't you heard the news?
No, I don't listen to the news.
Rumours are, nothing confirmed, but strong rumours are, we haven't seen him in public recently. But apparently, sources say he had a heart surgery, didn't go all that well, and he's either dead or in a vegetative state.
Well, if you want heart surgery to go well, you have to have a heart to begin with. This is the basic premise.
Yes. Yeah, good point.
Anyway, so he's had heart surgery and we haven't heard from him since. Is that the...
Yeah, and inside sources, I don't know how they know because I don't know how information gets out from there. But somehow there's some sources saying that he might not be looking too well. Who knows what could happen?
He can't be that old. I remember his dad. His dad kicked on for a fair whack.
He's the only fat man in North Korea from what I've seen, which is quite funny.
Well, he's the only one who's
He's
allowed
like double
food.
the size. Exactly.
That's how it works. Dude's probably never worked a day in his life. Everyone else is working in the fields eating bloody corn scratchings. And
makes sense. The cardiovascular then. Bit of a bit of an
It's
issue
probably not
there.
very healthy. Yeah. This is the curse of the rich man.
But that's the thing. There's no barcodes, from what I gather, in North Korea, because you can't buy stuff. There's no food. There's nothing. So how come that happened to him? Is it because
he is the
crossroads?
beast. No, he is the beast. That's the problem. You
now
can't
it
look
all
over
makes
after
sense.
yourself.
Oh, here I am. I'm calling out organisations, corporate organisations. You're calling out people, John. Yes, they are dictators who killed possibly millions of people, but still, John, that's a person, all right?
It's a personal
Oh,
attack.
wow.
I'm personally attacking Kim Jong-un. I don't
Have a
apologise.
lawsuit.
But that's why Buddha's fat, Sam. Did you know that? Chinese Buddha's fat. Tibetan Buddha is kind of like just normal size, sits there cross-legged, all this kind of thing. You know the fat Buddha? The whole
I know,
premise
yeah,
of the
the
whole
fat
fat
Buddha, yeah.
That's Chinese
Happy
Buddha.
fat Buddha.
That's Chinese Buddha. Because Buddhism
Okay.
moved into China. I mean, it's not really there anymore, I don't think, because they kind of, they killed a few
outlawed
Buddhists,
all
I think.
sort of religion.
Outlawed all that stuff, went to Tibet and took it over and got the children to kill small dogs. Anyway, that's another story.
As you do.
So yeah, the Chinese Buddha is fat because when they moved Buddhism over to China and they had this skinny Buddha and he's supposed to be like the most enlightened, happiest man ever, everyone's like, no one will believe it because rich, happy people are fat. That's like the status symbol. It's like if you're fat, that means that you're rich because you can eat. And, if you're not fat, then you're not happy and you're not anything to aspire to. So they made Buddha fat to spread the religion. This could be out of bullshit, but it sounds pretty good, doesn't
You
it?
could be making it up.
Could be.
Well, they do it in some Middle Eastern-y sort of countries, or at least they used to, I think. They used to fatten up the girls, force them to drink a bunch of goat's milk or something to fatten them up so that they seem more sort of affluent and everything's good. I'm a fat, I can order,
Where was
eat all
this?
the chicken. I think it's
did
somewhere
you say
in the Middle
Muslim
Eastern
countries or something?
country.
Okay.
Did I? I meant to say Middle. Well, it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Yeah.
same, isn't it? I don't know.
That's very. That's
I
weird.
don't know.
It's like
Get in
that.
trouble.
I think I saw. Was it a Louis documentary that I saw that was about
Louis.
Louis, here he is again. Here he is, Louis.
Oh, you got your little Louis cup?
Yeah, I
You
got.
should sell
what
some
do you-
Louis cups in the store.
I don't know
make
if
some
we
Louis
probably get
bucks.
sued. Anyway,
What's Louis going to do? Oh, excuse me. Could you take that down? No.
stop selling my mugs, please.
I wonder what it'd be like to infringe on copyright.
He did one about the fetish eaters that they're like the cam girl thing, but they just eat and they. I think I spoke about this on. They got the not the beer bongs, but like the protein shake things, and they eat on camera, and it's just like it's really weird. And they got these weird boyfriends that feed them on camera. It's very strange, very odd.
An interesting niche. It's an interesting niche. It's so
It is.
weird
It's
how there's
definitely
like
a niche.
the standard. There's the standard of beauty out there. Typical like supermodel, thin. Hey, how you doing? Ooh, sort of stuff. How can it be that that's attractive, but then also the total opposite's attractive as well? How does that work with physics? It's kind of weird. It's like
It
Plato.
is.
He had the realm of the forms. This is what beautiful looks like. Well, how come it looks like a cow and how come it looks like a twig? How can it be both?
That's true. I mean, and if anyone knows about the that's a very interesting thing that Plato thought that everything just was, and like there was like an absolute thing, like as you said, absolute beauty is a thing that exists, and you just throughout life you sort of have this memory imprinted in there, but you don't know it, and then when you see it, it's like remembering. But then how can you remember, some sort of swimsuit model version and some sort of fatso chugging down a protein shake? How does that? And it's I don't know. Maybe that's like a distortion in the forms, like or the filter of the person. That's what like the fetish is, like the distortion of the forms. It's the mark of the beast.
Weird memory.
It's
back to the barcodes.
there you go. Maybe they've just bought. They've bought too many things from the supermarket.
Maybe the perfect barcode is in the realm of the forms, and it's just one line to rule them all. Here we are using multiple lines. We need to simplify it, bring it down.
There is beauty in simplicity. That's
Everything costs $1 because it's
Aye.
probably not the most logistical.
It's like
Wow.
$2 shop, the $1 shop. I don't know
Yeah,
where I'm going with that,
$2,
Sam.
1 for 1.
I don't know where I'm
Did you
going
know
with
they're
that,
bringing
Sam.
back? Did you know they're bringing back Big Brother, John? In
Well,
Australia.
I didn't know that. I knew that recently Germany had a Big Brother going, and they had them in there. They didn't, no touch with the outside world, and they had no idea this whole pandemic was going on.
Oh, yeah. They'd
And
never know.
the studio audiences stopped rocking up to the eliminations, and they were like, "Oh, that's strange." And they're talking about it. Yeah, what? I don't know. They're just messing with our heads. Why? You usually hear the audience cheering. I don't know what's going on. And then
I mustn't be very popular. What's going on?
yeah.
It turns out the audience didn't know about what was going on either. It was just the ratings with that load.
Yeah, everyone's like,
but,
that's right. I remember. This is crap.
It would be weird.
They're bringing it back, are they?
They're bringing it back because it would be weird if you do get out, like you say, and you didn't know what was going on. Because it's very strange. You walk down the walkways. What do you call them? Footpaths in Australia, and you're doing the whole distancing thing. So when you approach people, they kind of wide berth, which out of context is a very rude sort of thing to do as a human nature thing. Like, oh, excuse me, you don't know who I am, and you think.
I was walking down the street
distance.
and I was walking down the street and somebody like crossed and walked the other. They crossed the road when they saw me.
It's never happened before. What is this? And the other thing is, I wonder though if they're bringing it back, if it's like a Hunger Games scenario where it's like, George, you've been evicted. No, I don't want to go out there. Not with what's going on now. And then they got no immunity. They got especially no immunity going on.
Yeah.
Gone.
It's
Death sentence.
It is a strange thing.
Starting.
And we were thinking about this the other day. My wife and I were talking about there seems to be a lot of people think in today's society people are kind of less community minded and less personable than they would have been in the past. Everyone's in their own little bubble, just staring at their phones, communicating over digital platforms and being a bit more insular. And what's the world if this goes on for much longer? Is the world going to be even less personable? In the future, when this all comes back, are people going to be still just? It's almost going to be even worse and more
That's interesting.
And the whole wary, I don't want to get too close to you. I'm just wary, all this kind of thing. Is it just going to make all of that worse? Are things going to go back to normal?
I think it is because what do they say? It takes like a month to develop a habit. This has been going on for more than a month. Is it? Just going to be ingrained as a bit of a habit.
If it ends soon, we'll be all right. But then if they're talking about 6 months, something like that. So.
Yeah, I don't reckon. Nah.
You don't reckon just because you don't want it to. This is what I hear a lot of people talking about. They're like, I'm sick of this. I want to go out and I want to get back to life as normal. The whole world's on lockdown. This is rubbish. I don't like it, so it's going to be fine. But maybe it won't.
Optimism bias.
Optimism bias. That's right. Well, it's I don't like this, so it's not going to last very long. Not like what's actually going to happen. The truth is nobody knows, Sam.
Nobody knows. No, there's all different opinions. You're only allowed to have one opinion, though, on YouTube, or else you get banned. They just announced. If you at all downplay the seriousness of it, or if you go against what the WHO says is the official guidelines, you're liable to get your channel or that video taken down. It's happened to London Real TV. He had a big interview about it. It's happened to another
David
doctor.
Icke.
Yeah, the David Icke one, the lizard man. And there was one about some doctor. It had 9 million views. He was talking about it. That got taken down. And Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, she was talking to CNN, and she was telling the guy in there,
she's a piece of work.
We're going to... Yeah, ever since she came in control, it's just become very corporate tube, very, whatever you say, media outlet, we'll do whatever you want, crush the independent creators, we'll lift up the big media outlets. So
I think they need to figure out...
It's annoying.
They need to figure out who the hell they are. The whole thing was, I feel like YouTube was leveling the playing field, getting everybody out there and giving everyone, you've got mainstream media, the TV, all this kind of stuff, but then you've also got all this, organic user created content that we're making available. But then they've recently come on and thought, there's too much fake news out there, so we're going to get CNN and going to get everyone else, all these other people in, and we're going to give them preferential search treatment, and we're going to really back them and get rid of everybody else. And then it's almost like they're trying to become a Netflix, a Stan, and a cable network, just another option.
Rerun TV. All it seems like. Here's what was on The Late Show last night. Here was The Ellen Show. Here's CNN.
It's just all
Here's
their
a replay.
clips. And they're
a VCR.
And then that's what they're pushing, and then that's going to push down all the other, and then they're just going to be a normal, like an HBO, like a whatever network, like everything else. And they had all the YouTube original stuff, and it's like, oh, they're really going into that direction. And now what's happened with that? Is that even a thing?
Yeah, they dropped off because, like, I'll be honest, a lot of those
crap.
YouTube originals were a bit lame. I didn't care too much. But they were admitting to it because they had their big 4 R's, their big push, which is raise up authoritative voices. They decide who is authoritative. Tends to be, if you have a newspaper or a television channel, you're authoritative. Reduce borderline content. Oh, so it's within our guidelines, but we have to reduce it even though it's within our rules. So it's a bit problematic or a little...
Don't get rid of it, but don't give it a boost up in the ratings and like don't show it to many people and all this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
And
then the others are removed.
Shadow banning.
Shadow banning. That's it. And that's the most disheartening thing. It's like, because you're trying all this stuff, if they had a little traffic light that turned on and says, we're screwing you over, then at least you can say, oh, okay, they're screwing me over on that. At least you know. But if you're trying your hardest and you think it's all your problem, is it me or is it YouTube? I don't know.
Yeah, you think it's a level playing field, but it's like the fact that they're not pushing your content as much as the next person, and you're not giving that, you don't have the same exposure. So the people that see it might think it's awesome. But there's just not enough people seeing it, and you can never. It's like this show. Surely that's the reason why we're not skyrocketing through the roof.
Exactly.
They must have it in for us. It can't be any other reason.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. We agree with that one, John.
We do.
And then the other 2 R's, just for us to round it off: remove content and rise up. Just in case people were playing along at home.
Remove content. So like remove the bit more than borderline. A
bit more than borderline. Remove that.
And then what's rise up? What the hell is rise up? That sounds very...
sorry. Rise up was the one where they lift up authoritative voices. Reward is the actual last.
Reward people that toe the line and think what we think.
Yeah.
That's very... This is the thing. People talk about China and laugh at them because they're like, oh, gee, do you know they don't even have YouTube and they don't have Facebook? Like their government like just restricts everything. It's so terrible. It's like... It's exactly what's happening here. And all these people that look to China and think that that's so, draconian and everything, will probably the people that are championing this, oh, yeah, we can't have all these idiots, going against what the experts say. It's like, that's freedom, man. That's how you get there.
That's what it's all about.
And if what they're saying is stupid enough, then people will watch it and just think it's stupid. And if people get caught up in what stupid people are saying and then that riles them up and then they make stupid decisions in their life, well, those people are stupid anyway. And they're going to make stupid decisions no matter what information you give them. But I guess they want to get to these stupid people first. They want like exclusive access to these stupid people so that they can influence. So because there's a lot of stupid people in the world. So if you can have control over all of them, then you've got your own little stupid army that can go into battle for you.
Army.
Yeah.
Hello, there's a new
That's
market.
What's going on. The stupid army.
Wow.
And you can and then
into the stupid army.
And when someone starts making sense, but it's not exactly what you agree with, then you can unleash the stupid army. And then they'll just go, God, we hate them, and they'll go. And there's a much more stupid people. So you've got like this big army, and you've got these highly skilled, intelligent people, but you've got the stupid army, and it's like this balancing thing that's just like you've got better arguments but more dumb people, and that's how they want to win this war, I'm sure.
Well, how do we take advantage of this? We have the smart people. We know that the smart people tune in. How do we attract the dumb people as well? We need a dumb segment. Do we need a dedicated John segment?
No, we're not. We're going to be the smart. We're going to defeat the stupid armies. I don't want a stupid army.
We have both, Joe. A bit of both.
I was going to say,
the smart people.
You're announcing it here, though, and I was just thinking, if you want a stupid army, you can't announce that you want a stupid army, but really, I think these people are stupid enough, they'll fall for it anyway. We'll get them anyway. If there's stupid people watching, they'll agree with us. Basically, you don't have to try to get a stupid army. You just have to get rid of the smart people. So that's what they're doing. They're getting rid of the smart people. The stupid army will take care of itself.
All right, then.
I think.
Nice.
Anyway.
I reckon get a little army of everyone together. But I do find it annoying. It is like we're all adults, but they don't treat us like adults. They proved it with the whole copper thing. YouTube isn't for kids; it's for adults. Treat us like adults. Let the person decide whether they want to listen and watch it. Don't complain to mummy and daddy and say take them down and then ruin their entire career because I don't like it.
I still don't understand how that works. I mean, a lot of the people that are obviously making content for kids, seem to have. They still get comments on their videos. They haven't changed anything they're doing. I'm pretty sure. I mean,
Wow.
my son watches YouTube and he watches all these games that get played and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's obviously aimed towards kids, but I think they've still got like comments and all this kind of stuff. And I was watching this guy do a video editing tutorial, and he must do other, like I think his channel was about railway setups or something, like little toy things and stuff like that. So he's obviously said, yeah, this is for kids. And then I couldn't see any comments, or I couldn't save the video to watch later in a playlist. Because it said, oh, this is for kids, so you can't save it in a playlist. It's like, first of all, he's talking about using a controller for DaVinci Resolve in a blah, blah, blah. Like, this isn't for kids, this video. But there you go. I don't know.
Wow. So it's only affected the honest people who dob themselves in.
Yeah.
And the people who get caught up in the algorithm saying, oh, this must be for kids, this DaVinci Resolve photo editing software machine.
There you go. I mean, I don't know what his other videos are like, so he's obviously just marked his channel as, this, that, and the other thing.
Today we're going to have a look through the round window, and today we see how to color grade through the RGB parade color spectrum.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Nicely nice.
Do
Do you have any companies you want to call out?
No, but I've got a bit of a lighter segment for you here, Sam. Not a segment, but I've got something to bring up. Because something this very strange conversation last night. I was talking about. I might just come out with you. I'll ask you a question and see what you think, and then we'll see how it goes. So here is we're talking about kids programming. Here we go.
Hello.
We all remember
Tweety
this
Bird.
little character, Tweety Bird, right? So my question to you, Sam: Tweety Bird, gender, go.
Okay. Yeah, little pretty cat. I'm trying to remember the voice of Tweety Bird. You'd have Sylvester.
So hang on.
the
What
crafty
are you
little
thinking
prince.
about? Don't you just know? Don't you have a preconceived? Did you ever think either way? Like, why do you have to think about it?
Like
just
gut reaction, I would have thought Tweety is a boy. But now I thought Tweety was a boy, but now that you bring it up, I'm like, was it a boy? I just assumed.
So that's what I'm after. Your gut reaction, like when you're watching as a kid,
Gut reaction.
and this is where I was at as well when I was talking to my wife about it, because I can't remember how it came up. But anyway, we're talking about it, and I thought about it. I realized I'd never really thought about it before. Like, and that's why you're thinking about it. You're like, I don't know. It was a very ambiguous kind of thing. But I'd always just, gut reaction. Oh, it's a boy. Like, of course. So she was like, she said, oh, well, Tweety Bird's a girl. And I'm like, no, that's weird. And she's like, nah. And we had this big argument about it. Not argument, but, we're talking about it. And I'm like, nah, it's got to be a boy. Like, I said, I've never really thought about it that much, but it's a boy. And then she's like, nah, it can't be. Like, it must be a girl, or else my mind's going to be blown. And we Google-ated it. And sure enough, they're like, despite, preconceptions, because it's such a girly little character, it's a boy.
Yeah,
So there you go.
of course. But it could have been like that blue and black dress, or the white and gold dress, the whole Yarny versus Yanny or whatever thing. Maybe everyone sees it their own way.
Maybe.
The magic of Tweety.
The thing that got it to me, I never thought about this originally, but as I said to her, when I was thinking about like whether I might have been wrong, I said no, because it's a cartoon, and if it was a girl, it would have had a bow in its hair. That's how you tell. It's like
That's how it has a dress or a bow.
It's like the villain, if it's using an iPhone, is not a real villain, like you were saying the other day.
Yeah. Apple doesn't allow villains to use iPhones, so
Anyway,
else they won't sponsor it.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things that, you think as a kid. So that just totally turned her world upside down. It was just it was a defining moment.
There you go.
Let us know in the comments, if you're on YouTube, let us know in the comments. Did you get confused by this? I remember, Michael Jackson, that Annie, Are You Okay song. What's actually Smooth Criminal? Whatever.
Annie, are you okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that one?
Oh, I just always thought it was Eddie. When I was a kid, I used to dance around on Eddie, are you okay?
Eddie, are you okay?
Everyone has that.
Nah,
has that kind
definitely
of
not Eddie. Yeah.
And then I thought Annie.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like that. And that blew my mind. I had that same feeling that my wife had about the female male Tweety Bird. I had that same thing. I'm
Well,
like,
if you want to go
Annie. I'm like, that's dumb. Annie.
If you want to go super niche, let's talk about it. Warhammer. You had the figure for Warhammer.
Oh, God.
We called him Nagrash.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, W in there. You had
God.
Nagrash. Turns out he was Nagash. It was like, Nagash, that's a stupid name. He's Nagrash.
Yeah, I
He's got
know.
a rash on his nag.
Yeah, but you think of Nagrash, the more you think about it, it's kind of like something some baby would have when you don't change their nappy. He's got a bit of
Nagrash,
bad case of Nagrash. There we go again.
Power
Going
level
into
on that? Oh, 5,000.
there we go again into the toilet humour.
Did you have a toilet story?
I did. We've gone a while. I was going to
You
leave
teased
it.
one.
I did.
You can't tease me like that.
And I was going to leave it because I'm like, no, we've had a good, successful episode without talking about anything toilet related. But then you've gone and ruined it. Well, I was just going to go on from what you said last week, Sam. And you were talking about
the magical standing poo.
Anyone that wants to listen to the last episode, it was Sam had a revelation when he decided to poo standing up. So
It's possible.
Well, you say it is, and then I just did this quick little check. Like, check this out. And
you tried it?
You may have blown other people's mind. No, I didn't try it.
You're going to trust Wikipedia or whatever.
No,
trust your gut, your literal gut.
I'm not trusting anything. I'm just like, I just wrote, so showing results for poop standing up. I mean, anyway, so defecation while standing up is just not anatomically possible, according to EcoWatch. As the rectal, the anal rectal angle
you're
is
reading
too
it
narrow.
wrong. You got your commas in. No, you got your comma and your grammar's wrong. You're saying this article from EcoWatch, it's defecation while standing up is just not atomically possible. It's amazingly possible. It's the setup. They're saying just how possible it is.
Well, there you go. Well, apparently, okay, Sam. Well, come on, just have a listen to what they're saying, and I just want to because you've obviously proven them wrong. But here we go. So, angle is too narrow to allow feces to pass through. The angle's too narrow. Maybe you've got some sort of obtuse angle going on. I don't know. On the other hand, when we get into a squatting position, the anal rectal angle opens up completely, making defecation naturally a breeze. So there you go. So you have defied physics, is what I'm saying.
I think I have.
Maybe this is the thing. Maybe this is what they want us to think. Maybe if you did a video about this, it'd get down regulated, and it would just be they would rise up.
Or fake news, conspiracy.
They would rise up.
Standing up.
The EcoWatch stories of the world, they're going to rise them up, and they're going to that's borderline content. Basically, last week, I reckon last week was borderline content. They're going to shadow ban you pooping standing up because it just doesn't agree. The WHO would not agree.
It's too dangerous.
It is. It's dangerous. So it's like what they're saying is what they're recommending is a bit of this action.
Sitting down to poo.
Yeah.
Squattage, the full squat.
Yeah. With the
they're in cahoots with Squatty Potty, John. They're in cahoots. They're trying to sell their Squatty Potties.
There you go.
Tell the people.
Australia. This is an Australian company. And this is what I know. So they've got all these videos about the benefits and all this sort of stuff. And they're selling these things, and they're like, how much? $95, $50. Just get anything. Just put your feet on it. These guys.
I'm not guaranteeing. I thought that guy had some lube or something.
Well, that's going to help. That's going to help as well. Get that up there.
I guess it would. Yeah. But I reckon that EcoWatch. I'm not guaranteeing this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were somehow in cahoots with the Squatty Potty mafia. Because people at home, I urge you, just try it once. Tell me if you can poo standing up. Am I crazy? Do I have some sort of special powers? Richard Anderson was a commenter. He didn't try it, but he did commend me for my actions. I'm one step away from having the quick poo. Yeah, he said I'm one step away from having the quick poo. Now I just got to cut out the standing, got to do it on the run, on the walk.
Okay, fair enough. I reckon maybe you need one of those bags that the horse-drawn carts have when they're going through the city, and they've just hang the bag to the back of the horse. Maybe maybe that's the way, and you just toss it in the bin on your way past. Anyway, so you've tried it so other people don't have to. I think that's the moral of this story, Sam.
I'll be the martyr.
But
I'll be the guy.
All right, I've got something else to add to that, Sam, if you'd like. And this is something I probably shouldn't bring this. Anyway. All right. So
that's the best kind, I don't know.
I was researching this topic, Sam, because you had me intrigued. And I came across this article on whatever this website is. Oh, wait, what have I done? Okay. So this article, it's something my Johnson keeps touching the American toilet waters.
Oh, yeah, because they got the high water.
They've got the high water mark. And it reminded me of our trip to America. And I was like, this guy, I remember this. This gets it. So this guy's like, this is seriously pissing me off, right? This is seriously
Welcome
pissing
to
me
the
off.
John showing off show. Here we go. Okay,
so this is the thing. He was talking about every time he goes to the toilet to do number 2, what does he say? My junk dips in the toilet water, and unless I hold it up. Right? And so everyone's just like, congrats. Stealth brag. Everyone's like, oh, the stealth brag. Oh, gee, this guy doesn't mind it. It's like,
Is this your username, John? Is this you posting?
no.
that?
So
Yeah.
this is the thing, and I read all this, and I'm like, I thought about bringing this up, and I thought everyone's going to think I'm doing this. I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. They've got that really high toilet water, and I'm like, this is gross. Just doesn't work. How does it work? I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
It could be a feature. It could be a nice pre-bidet. You got the bidets that shoot water up the clacker. Maybe this is just to freshen up your fish and tackle and stuff.
Well,
as well,
maybe that's the thing, because maybe if you
treatment.
flush while sitting on the toilet, maybe that's
That's a next level
how they do
experience. That is.
It is. I don't know.
You got to
If you're
pay
in
for
Amer-
that. You got to
if you're
put
in
the dollar in.
America, try it out and let us know, because we're not there. We have a sensible amount of water in our toilets here in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a cistern. It's called a cistern. It has the water all in
You
that.
even know
at
the
back.
name of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
that Latin?
Pretty advanced. Pretty advanced.
Is that the Latin
It's
scientific
Latin for
name?
poo bucket.
Poo bucket.
And it attaches to the back. Cistern, poo bucket, Latin.
There you go.
like
You're just a
bidet
wealth
is
of
French for
knowledge,
squirt
Sam.
butt.
You are a wealth of information.
Thank you. Well, I think
We've had good.
I
I reckon so. I mean, I've got some more things to talk about, but I think we've got to wait till next week. I think people have, we've just solidified.
We've blown their minds.
We've blown their minds in a number of ways, Sam. But look, let's. Oh God, what have I done here? I don't know. See,
John, you're nothing but a technical difficulties. Just because you're pressing all the buttons and controlling it all. All I'm hearing
trying
is
to
difficulties.
end this in a good way, but I just
You need a
can't-
squatty potty so it just flows
do.
a lot easier. You can't do it standing. You need,
I
you need the
really
apparatus.
can't. Anyway, let's bring this up. Is this going to work? Oh, we're all there. We're all
John,
good.
this is
Let's play
terrible
the
for audio
intro as
listeners.
the
I feel
outro.
sorry for them. Describe to people how you're stuffing up. This isn't showing up on screen.
I know.
We're pausing.
I'm pressing all the buttons, but it's all the buttons to make the noise sound. You can hear the outro happening. We're here. It's all happening. I don't know, Sam. Good show, mate. Until
Good
next
show.
time.
Good toilet talk.
Until
I like
next
a bit of
time.
toilet talk.
I really thought we were going to get through a whole episode without doing, and I was almost going to do it, but you drew me back into your disgusting
Yes,
web.
I can sniff them out. I can sniff
You
out
can
the
sniff
toilets,
them
John.
out. You can.
I've got a nose for it. Yeah. Some people are turned off. Nah. Yeah. Get all on it.
See you later, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
Dude, trying to take the
You just want the
volume
last
down.
word.
It's not working. All right, go.
Yeah.
Go.
No, all right. No, you have the last word. Stuff it. You want it so bad, go for it.
Nah.